Hello and welcome to the W.B. Mason Coaches Report, joined today by Hofstra volleyball coach Kristina Hernandez. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Let's get right into it. Coming off a 1-1 weekend, 3-1 win over William & Mary Friday night. Start Hannah Clem at setter. She would end up winning CA Rookie of the Week this weekend. Has a great match for you, 50 assists, 14 digs. Can you just go into the reason for the change at her starting at center and what she did for you that match?
We wanted to get Nuria involved a little bit more offensively, and she's really good at running slides, so Hannah does a good job with that, and we also just needed to kind of switch up our offense a little bit, so we haven't been hitting so well, so we wanted to kind of see what a change would do for us offensively, and I think that night in particular, both Kelsey Am and Nuria all were able to contribute significantly, and Hannah did a great job of really running the floor and creating a lot of holes offensively for us versus William & Mary block. So that was executed pretty well.
Okay, you mentioned the offensive contributions. You get 15 kills from Nuria, 15 kills from Kelsey Wills, 12 kills from Emily Burke. Now last week, during the show last week, you talked about a lack of spreading out the offense, taking the pressure off Kelsey. So really you had to be pleased with what you saw Friday night.
I was, and we needed that to kind of filter into Sunday, but Nuria took a big load of the offense as well on Friday, and Em did as well, and being able to have those three contribute at the same level makes it a little bit easier for Kels, because then people don't just focus on her, and it lets her help create more opportunities for her to score.
Some other, minor lineup changes this weekend. Karina Degadillo, saw action at libero. You moved Sophia Black as more of a defensive specialist, and then Sarah Campolina and Veronica Kostova got a little more playing time than they had been in the past. Can you just go into some of the reasons for those moves?
Karina's been passing really well. Sophia's had a rough time the past couple of weeks. We're hoping, maybe she'll switch back this weekend. But I think at this point we're just trying to kind of figure out what's going to work for us the best and what's going to be, put us in the best situation to be consistent during a match. Adama and Sarah kind of flip back and forth. Adama's a better blocker, but Sarah can score more. So again, I think it just depends on what we need in a particular match, whether we need better blocking or whether we need to score more points. And that kind of really determines who we kind of need to put in there personnel-wise to kind of balance out the game for us.
Okay, now you mentioned that you're hoping that offense, that balanced offensive attack would carry on to Sunday. Sunday was senior day. Katie DeCosta, Sarah Campolina, and Giovanna Barisic. Before we get into the match, can you just talk about those seniors and what they've meant to the program?
Katie's been here for 4 years, for a long time, and she's, she hasn't seen a significant role on the floor, but she has worked really hard. She's been extremely committed. She's a great academic student, and I think she's had a 4.0 for the majority of the time that she's been here. So she's just a good role model in that sense as far as, making sure that she's committed and doing the right things. Sarah and Yo, we both had them for 2 years. Sarah obviously had probably a bigger role for us last year, but she's kind of coming back in. But she, she plays with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and we're hoping that that really helps us this weekend as well, because we definitely need that from our seniors. Yo, probably not a significant role last year, but we've been really happy with what she's done this year and hope that she, fights a little bit more. But she's become really kind of a solid person for us on the right side, and I don't think that that's necessarily something that we saw her being able to do for us this year. So I'm proud of her that she's grown in her time here, in the short time that she's had with us, and been able to help us this year.
Now onto the match. Like I said, you hope the offense would continue that balanced attack. It didn't. Really struggled in a 3-set loss. Can you pinpoint what went wrong?
I think in the first set we did a really great job offensively of spreading the ball and doing different things to score and really being smart about hitting around the block. JMU is a great blocking team. And when we were 23-18, I think a little bit of panic set in, and we didn't really keep our cool, and we got very predictable offensively with what we're doing. But we didn't switch back after that set, and we didn't kind of restart. And I think that being up significantly in that set and then dropping it 28-26, it kind of just lingered in their minds probably a little bit too long, and we got a really late kickstart in the third set, and it was just too late at that point. So, resiliency and being able to bounce back is something that, is going to be important for us this week, and something that we need to fight through a little bit more.
You mentioned resiliency. The new season starts. CA championships begin this weekend at College of Charleston. Going in as the 5th seed, resiliency, rebounding, because you face James Madison again.
Yep.
Friday, 4 p.m. Is it a good thing having to play the same team back to back?
It might be. At this point we know what JMU is going to do, and I don't think that they did anything significant to us. Even the past 2 times that we played them, for us to feel like we really have to kind of buckle down and get better at some things on the defensive end, it really is just us at this point when we play them, and really controlling our side of the net, which is good. I don't think there's going to be a lot of surprises that are going to happen. I mean, we've played them twice within the past 2 weeks, so I think that gap, if we had played them maybe at the beginning of the year, they probably evolved a little bit more, but I think, I'm hoping that the fact that we've played them twice in the past 2 weeks will really help us just kind of know the flow of the game and what's going to happen a little bit more, and help us predict what we need to do, and that's going to be important for us, and hopefully we can do a little bit better than we have done the past 2 times.
Now, should you get past James Madison, the top seed Charleston awaits. Very short preparation time, obviously, with Friday, Saturday matches. Having taken Charleston to 5 sets in your first meeting this year, is that add a little bit of confidence to the team? Because since you won't have as much time to prepare for them.
You hope so, and the tournament's always interesting. I think some teams come out and they get more aggressive, and some teams don't do necessarily the same things, and they've got players that never usually don't step up, and those that do kind of play differently. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what happens. I think in these situations, you really kind of just have to worry about what you're doing, because you can't control what's going on the other side. And as many tendencies as we probably will know, at the end of the day, we just have to be able to score points on our side to win the set.
All right. Coach, thank you for your time, and good luck this weekend at the CA Championships.
Thank you.
Once again, Hofstra versus James Madison in the opening round of the CA Championships this Friday at 4 p.m. And you've been watching the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.